It's June 6, 2019, 4:34 a.m. I need to move this video along because it's time to draw another cartoon. I have too many files on the computer, even though it's not really slowing it down because this thing has lots of space. Alright, and it flies. I love my new Surface Pro, it's awesome. This is the cartoon that this is episode 499. So I think the next one might be an achievement. What am I saying? They're all achievements. This is a cartoon that I was drawing this morning, or yesterday morning, and I was pretty happy with it. And then I got my D-Day idea. Around 7:30, the sun was up, birds were chirping, the squirrels were already out, and when I got that idea, I just knew I had to do it first. Because hey, it's on D-Day, and today is D-Day. Happy D-Day, people. Happy defeating Nazis Day. And no beaches. I just woke up. But so I figured I should do that one, and so I cranked that one out really quick, like within an hour, which I normally don't do. And then I had to get out of the house today because there's just way too much laundry being done, and it's right next to my room, and it's just everybody has to do laundry, so I understand that. But God, thing. When it's like, I mean, I put it this way: it was going last night, and then about 8 or 9 a.m. this morning it started again. And then I went out when I came home at 10 p.m. It was still going. I swear to God, somebody's taking laundry in for other people or something. And just hearing that all day, and it makes my room really warm too, because I mean it is right next to where I work. So I had to just get the F out for a while. So this cartoon was drawn. Everything was drawn when I started the D-Day cartoon. I just hadn't colored it yet. So I knew I'd color it within like 30 minutes. And I'm not sure what my counter said. I think my counter cut off some time. We'll find out. And I went and I colored it in a restaurant. Then I had some chicken wings at a restaurant. Trump arrives in Normandy. Yeah, now he gets to a war zone. I like this one. What happened was, Jared Kushner did this interview with Axios, which I'm really surprised he did. It's on HBO, and if you have HBO now, go check it out. And he just exhibited all sorts of profound ignorance about everything. He talked about, how successful he was as a businessman. You're not a successful businessman. You bought a newspaper, you ran it to the ground. New York Observer, who was a client of mine. You inherited businesses from a criminal, his father, and he's pretty much gone into debt with each and every single one of those, huge debt where he's needed to be bailed out by foreign interests that who he's now working with, which crosses the line. He has the job now that he has through nepotism. He left shit out on a security clearance on multiple attempts on filling the thing out, and then he was denied the security clearance, and Trump overruled the people who are much smarter than any of these guys. And then in the interview, he's asked about Trump's racism. And he says, well, how can you not be a racist for 69 years and not all of a sudden become a racist and be elected president? That's a good question. The thing is, Trump has been a racist for all of his 69 years. And for 62 million Americans who voted for Trump, who kind of sort of elected him president, racism was not a deal breaker for them. Just like it's not a deal breaker for you, Jared. And I forgot where I was. That's what happens early in the morning. But Jared said finally that on more than one attempt of asking him if it was racist for the whole birtherism campaign, which was the lie that Obama was born in Kenya, that Trump was a big champion of, he just kept saying, he didn't say, I don't know. He didn't say no. He didn't say yes. He kept saying, I was not involved with that. I was not involved with that. I was not involved with that. And he says, it was such a long time ago 2015 was not that long ago. So, but they're doing this new census. They should have asked them about that. They were just trying to not count minorities, whether they're specifically immigrants and maybe undocumented. Which, believe it or not, even undocumented immigrants deserve representation in Congress, in the Senate and such. They need to be counted, but they're trying to miscount them. They're trying to overcount white people, and the Trump administration is arguing that white people have been taken advantage of, so they pretty much need to be overcounted. Really. So, that's that. There we go. I got a couple more minutes. Let's do some shout-outs. TJ says, Mrs. Ludwig Devon. Mrs. I think he's talking about my Drunk Day cartoon. My D-Day cartoon. I call it Drunk Day. And Amanda and Errol still going on about the plural of mouse and mices. And Amanda backs me up that more than one computer and mouse can also be called mouses. What about mices? Come on, baby. What about mices, Amanda? I don't know. And Amanda says she'll do my dirty work for me, which she's talking about, going someplace and getting somebody in the group if they steal my last idea. And everyone wants to know why I said Amanda needs to get out of town. Does she piss off a desperado who plans to gun her down the street? Is the cricket sheriff give her until noon to clear out? You make it sound that way, don't you? Trust me, I feel sorry for the desperado. No, she's a working mom who's been doing it all by herself. Trust me, she could get out of town. I didn't mean she needs to get out of town. I mean she could get out of town. Just. And Arrows let me know that I used dour correctly. The word dour. I thought I did. And then we talk about the angry guy. Arrows said I did the right thing, let that go. Yeah, I did let it go, but then I decided to go back and just post my last cartoon on his comments. Hey, if he's gonna be pissed off and take a shot at me, I'm gonna make it worth it. So I wanted to do that. And I left that there. Okay, one guy. I think I got like 40 seconds. And then Arrow says, keep using mices or mouses or just whatever to screw with me and see what happens, Buster. I don't know, keep calling me Buster and see what happens. That's all the comments. I mean, there's a couple more, but they're from conversations that went on, and it's time to let it go. All right, sorry, my voice is still crackly. There's a cartoon, folks. I hadn't moved these videos around so they weren't labeled correctly, so I wasn't too sure this video was going to pop up in the right order. Thank you so much for your support. Do me a favor and click the red button, become a subscriber, and if you leave a comment, I will say your name on the internet. And let's call a shout out. I will say bye for the next video, which will be later today, episode 500. Goodbye.